Hello, here we are. We took a big long break, 3 days. We were on a team retreat and it was lovely. We put our brains together in the same room and it was so much fun. And now we're back and we're on fire and we're so glad to be able to talk to you today. We've been brainstorming all morning. I don't think that we could stay away from each other. I was thinking when I got home last night, like, oh, it feels so good to be home. And yeah, do I need a break? I just spent 3 full days with those ladies. And then this morning I'm like, ooh, I gotta get on and talk to Katie about this, and I gotta talk to Lisa about that, and I want to tell them about this. It's so much fun to do life together with God's daughters who are running full steam into your purpose and your passion with passion into your purpose.
We can't get enough. We were together. We talked nonstop and we built things. We got so much done, so much structure and organization that we needed. We just needed to execute a lot of stuff. We had a lot of decisions to make. We had some restructuring the program to talk about. And our minds are just continually blown by the Lord because every yes we give him opens up a bigger vision for what this is. It's so exciting. Lisa said that I sound like Kronk when I do that. It's one of my latest what do they call it? If you have Tourette's, what is it when you do a thing?
A tick.
It's my latest tick. But it is so genuine. My mind is blown. Alyssa and I this morning were actually talking about a conversation about finances that was stirring us up so much because we're in business now, which is a new thing for both of us. This is a brand new. If you ask my friends and family, if I was going to go build a business, you ask them, go ask them. They would have been like, that cat is unhinged. She's flighty. She's passionate. She knows a thing. She could tell you something, but she cannot hold down an organization. That's not who she is. And I would have agreed with you my whole life. I would have agreed with you. God put this mission in my heart and I will die on this hill. So what's happening is I'm building a business. He actually had to tell me Jesus had to tell me multiple times, like, I am asking you to build a business before I was like, is it me? Are you sure? Like, took me so long. So now we're having a kind of a mind-blowing conversation about finances today. I want to give you just the bullet points of that, and then we're going to give you a talk about confusion and fog, but that it's time to wake up, okay? But here's the precursor. We didn't plan on this, but I do feel like it's important to talk about where we've been today. Your the freedom in all the parts of your life, all of them. How many? Somebody say all. Are waiting for you to believe God about what he said. Period. The freedom in your life is not coming because someone else does something new. Your husband, your kids, your uncle, your teacher, or your pastor. The freedom in your life has a formula. You hear the Lord, you do what he says, the freedom opens up, and then guess what? In the freedom is you hear him more. Which means you get more stuff to do. Your vision for your life starts like this, and then you say yes to him and you realize, oh, it's bigger. It's bigger. And when your vision gets bigger, he's got a bigger landing place with you to speak to you. You hear more. And then when you agree with him about that, not in your thinking, that's not an agreement, that's an idea, my friend. When you agree with God in your thinking, it's an idea. Somebody needed to hear that today. You have an idea. That's cool. Agreement is something you act out. Alyssa did not agree to help run Brave Moms Academy in her thought. That's not how I knew that she was here for it. Do you know how I knew she was here for it? She got a Marco Polo every morning and was like, what are you working on? How can I help? What do you need me to do? What's your calendar look like this week? How can we trim it back? That's how I knew. because I gave her stuff to do and she did that stuff. Do you know what I'm saying to you? Okay. You agree, you see the freedom, you hear God talk, you agree with him because you do the thing. And your life opens up and you go, I did not know there was this much available to me. Then you figure out how to live in that freedom. And then he talks again. And then when you agree with him by doing stuff, it gets bigger. And one of the things that happens is your finances will transform. The way that happened for me is he asked me to make some massive investments in a dream he gave me, and I didn't have the investments. Sometimes you have the ability to get a credit card and have somebody. I didn't even have that. I had to like take a jump into the future and say, it's going to be there. It wasn't there. No one was going to give it to me, not even alone. That's how this happened. So financially, she and I are both on a journey to come out of a world where we wait for financial freedom to happen from another way, where we create it by investing where we know we need to go. That's how financial freedom happens. Okay. Alyssa, do you have a final thought on that? And then I'm going to talk about the confusion and the fog. Is it blowing your mind? Can I get a witness? Doesn't have to.
Yes, yes, Isla's a witness to this. I guess to try to back up your point with my experience of starting here and barely hearing him and not seeing clearly. I started to seek him and seek his voice, and he would give me small little nuggets, like, do this thing, this one little thing, say this one word, and I would do it. And then, like you said, I would start to see more. He would say this thing to your kid. And then I would become more aware. It's learning his voice, becoming more aware of his voice, becoming more aware of my role in my kids' lives. And then in my marriage, like, what's my part to do in my marriage? Because that was so foggy and confusing. But I didn't do it alone. I do want to make that point. It was by coming here and meeting women who are connected to him and who have experience with hearing his voice and sharing my experience and asking questions. The community has made such an impact in helping clear that fog and helping me hear him more clearly.
So good.
And now, like you said, it started small. It started with me. It started with my kids. It grew to my marriage. Now it's growing to coming and running with you in this business. And it's blowing my mind, the places that the Lord wants to take me. When I first met you, it was all about, how do I get my kids to listen to me? And now God's like, oh, girl, that's small potatoes. Let's keep going. I got so much for you.
Yes.
But it doesn't feel that way in the moment. You're like, my whole world is going to crash if I don't get this figured out.
Yes.
And then he leads you into victory with your kids. And he doesn't stop there. He's endless. There's so much to do with him. And it's so exciting. It's such a joy. My life is so full of work, and it's such a joy. Such a joy. I'm so excited to wake up every day. And I'm sad when the hours are over at the end of it.
Yes. Isn't that so mind-blowing? So we came here to tell you today, woman of God, the confusion and the settling and the circling around, like there's probably something wrong with me. Maybe it's me. What can I do better? And how can I be different? That circle can end. You don't have to live in that circle. That's a dead end because it's full of lies. That's why it's a dead end. You are not the problem. It's like, this is crazy because I want to tell you something. You're not the problem. Also, if you do nothing different, it's not going to change. But it's not because of who you are. It's because of the decisions and the actions that you're taking. You right now, if you're stuck in a circle of confusion and guilt and beating yourself up and wondering if it's really just there's something wrong with you, That's because you're taking actions that reinforce that message to you. You must take actions that God speaks to you, which means you got to lock in. And by lock in, I mean you go to him and you say, we're not doing my ideas anymore. I'm going to hear your idea. And whatever it is, I'm agreeing before you tell me. You have my yes. And he's a good God, so he will speak to you. And even if you kick it around, even though you told him you would do it, and then he tells you and you kick it around, he'll still be faithful to it. It's you, boo-boo, but it's not your identity. There's nothing wrong with the way he made you. And if you've received salvation, he already actually also washed you from the inside out. Your motives are good. He fixed your motives. You can bank on Christ dwelling in you having good motives. So you can trust yourself to do what he said. I want to talk about the parable of the talents really quick. Jesus said the kingdom of heaven is like a man who invested through investors. He gave this man this much money and this man this much money, this man this much money. This first guy went and buried it. He did not go multiply it. The second guy went and reinvested it and he doubled it. The third guy, I think it was 10x. I need to check the book. He came and it says the man who buried the investment did that because he believed the owner was hard-hearted and stingy. I'm going to tell you what that means. He thought God was holding out on him. And I think the investment in my life, I've practiced it this way. And so I'd say this is one layer of the meaning of this parable. It was the voice of the Lord. God speaks to you and you're like, he's holding out on me though. He's not going to do what he said. And you don't go make good on the promise. Do you know what happened in the end? He gave the kingdom. He gave his kingdom to the two guys he saw were willing to invest his word, his obedience, and go make much of it. And he removed his investment from the one who hid it. I'm not investing in you anymore. This is the same we see in the chapters in John where Christ said, remain in me and I will remain in you. Every branch that bears fruit, I will prune it. I will take care of it. And everyone that doesn't, I'm going to throw it into a fiery furnace. God is a good investor. And what he's investing is his word to you, his communion with you. So you don't have to be stuck. You don't have to be guilty. You don't have to be confused because those are not for you. It's just that he's asking you to do something that feels scary. And what a brave mom does is she does it anyway. Did you know that brave moms aren't people who are not scared? They are people who get scared and they go stand right in the middle of that fear until they figure out it was a lie. That's what grows you. So financially and with your kids and with your husband and with the dreams in your heart, what we're calling you to do today is hear him and do the crazy thing he said. He will not fail you. In fact, what he'll do is he'll invest more in you. It's not going to happen without the fear. You're going to have to decide to go get over the fear by standing in the scary place. Know what I'm saying to you? Alyssa, have I been clear? Yeah, okay. Send this episode to a friend who needs it. I hope you're hearing courage today. You're not crazy. There's nothing wrong with you. Your identity is separate from your choices. The woman you know you are inside has got some choices to make. Go make those choices based on who you know you are inside in him. Not based on the lies that you are too much or not enough or that it's all your fault. That's not true. Make some choices based on who you really are and watch your life expand. And come tell us about it. For goodness sakes, talk to us in the comments and tell us what you heard, what you did, and how it went. We would love to hear that from you. And if we got a listener out here who's like really doing this, we want to put you on our show, actually. Can we do that? That would be fun. Okay, send this to a friend. Come back tomorrow, 9 a.m. PST. Thanks for the break. We didn't know we were taking one. Actually, that's hilarious. We were just like jamming together for 3 days working. And then on the third day, we didn't go live this week at all. Very funny. But we will be here tomorrow. And the next thing you can do is keep your eyes peeled for the next like live thing that we're going to do, because it was a really like life-changing week last week in the 5-day challenge. And we want you at the next one. So we're going to tell you what that is. So eyes peeled. We love you. And we'll see you very soon.